With The Undertaker still as talked about and focused on as ever by the WWE Universe in 2020, let's dive in on 20 facts you may not know about the Dead Man. The Undertaker was actually known as Kane before his brother Kane ever was. The Undertaker has main evented WrestleMania 5 times, closing out the show of shows at WrestleManias 13, 24, 26, 33, and most recently in the Boneyard match on night 1 of WrestleMania 36. The Undertaker won the first ever main event in Monday Night Raw history, defeating Damien Demento in 1993. The Undertaker's first ever manager in WWE was actually Brother Love, before Paul Bearer famously became his manager on January 28, 1991. However, that wasn't the first Paul to ever be his second, as Paul Heyman managed the Dead Man during his time as Mean Mark Callis in WCW. The Dead Man's iconic rivalry with Shawn Michaels is well documented, with their first ever pay-per-view match taking place at WWE Ground Zero in September '97. Before facing off against Shane McMahon inside Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania 32, they joined forces to run the corporate ministry in 1999. The Undertaker is the superstar most synonymous with Hell in a Cell, with a record of 8-5 lifetime inside the dreaded structure. The Undertaker has played himself in 3 movies. Those films? The Flintstones and WWE, Stone Age SmackDown, Scooby-Doo and WWE, Curse of the Speed Demon, and Surf's Up 2, Wave Mania. The Undertaker is primarily known as a singles competitor, but has had 7 reigns as a tag team champion, with his partners being The Rock, Kane, Big Show, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Phenom was also the first superstar to ever win the Tawake Mountain Trophy at WWE Super Showdown against AJ Styles earlier this year. He even had a reign as Hardcore Champion, defeating Rob Van Dam for the title at Vengeance 2001. The Undertaker won his first WWE Championship against Hulk Hogan at Survivor Series 1991, after a steel chair assist from Ric Flair. The Dead Man later continued his famed WrestleMania undefeated streak against Ric Flair at WrestleMania 18, advancing to 10-0. The Undertaker extended that streak to 21-0 until, as we all know, falling to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 30. But what you may not know is that the Dead Man was rushed to the hospital immediately after that match. He only repeated opponents 3 times in his WrestleMania career, taking on his brother Kane twice at WrestleManias 14 and 20, Shawn Michaels twice at 25 and 26, and Triple H 3 times at 17, 27, and 28. He is the only superstar in WWE history to have defeated all 4 members of Evolution on the grandest stage of them all. He is also the first superstar to ever enter the Royal Rumble match at number 30 and prevail, winning the All-Star Melee for the first time in 2007. He married former Women's and Divas champion Michelle McCool in 2010. And he conducted his first ever long-form interview for WWE when he sat down with Stone Cold Steve Austin for the debut episode of Broken Skull Sessions in 2019. So that's our list. What topics do you want to see covered in the future? I'm Ryan Popola, and thanks for watching.